Hey, hello everyone. So, you can see I got my setup a little bit different today. Not sure how much I'm going to be answering from the chat. Can't really see the chat. It's kind of over here. You can see, trying a different camera angle here. And I'm basically going to try to get as much of the GM Sniper 2 done as I possibly can, because I need to get some stuff done on this kit. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to be talking about some upcoming kits. Let me just see if I can... Yeah, okay, I'm not sure how well... Hi guys, I see you guys there right now. Not sure how much I'll be able to interact with you guys in the chat, because I have a light shining right on here, there's light coming through the window, and there's light here, which means this screen right here next to the camera looks almost black. So I can see you guys sometimes. When I see something, I'll try to answer it, but for the most part, this is going to be mostly just building and talking. So, for those of you who haven't seen the recent pictures of some of the kits I'm going to be talking about, I have uploaded them to my Instagram. So there's a link down in the description if you haven't seen them. Check them out quickly there. You can follow along if you like. But the first thing I'm going to be talking about is the Master Grade Justice Gundam, because that thing looks freaking awesome. We have some pictures of it actually that are they're kind of like these sort of CG renders, so they aren't the actual like model that we're gonna get, but they're a pretty good kind of a pretty good idea of what we're gonna get for it, and it just looks fantastic. Like, I love the way the Freedom looked. As much as I'm not a huge fan of the Providence, I cannot deny that that kit looked pretty freaking awesome. And yeah, it's just looking great. I love that backpack too. I've always liked the Justice's backpack. It's definitely a kit I'm gonna get, and you know what? I might even get the real grade and possibly do some kind of comparison video with them, because I think that would be pretty fun and also educational. So, what do I need here? 36? 36. Here we go. I also like this camera angle much better. It does make it a little harder for me to see the chat, because it's kind of angled down and there's lights all around it and I can't see the screen, but as far as the view that you guys see, I think it's a lot easier for you guys to be able to kind of catch what I'm doing here, so that is always a good thing. And let me just turn this light off so I can see what you guys are saying. Hello, hello, hello. This is the waiting room. Camera's perfect. Sleep's overrated. Playing Breath of the Wild. Oh, that's cool. Talk about the Mastery of Justice. Yes, I am. Is painting on your Barbatos. Cool. Moment of silence. Most recent IBO death. Indeed. So, let's continue on. 32. Here we go. So I'm going to need one of these. Just like that. And I am going to need something else from here. Was this 35? Is this 35? It is. Okay. So yeah, Justice Gundam. Freaking awesome. I just love it. And by the way, I am going to do like another video later tonight. I'm going to put it up where I just have all the pictures, because I want to get those pictures to you guys, and I'm not going to be talking about everything, but there's just a few kits that I really wanted to talk about because I'm super excited for them, and I wasn't sure if I'd have time to put together like a full video since I've been kind of busy lately, so I'm just doing this as a quick way to knock out some GM Sniper 2, because I really have to get around to finishing this kit, and also talking about news. So I thought, hey, why not get this done in the quickest way possible, which would be a live stream, and then I can show you guys all the pics later on. But again, if you just want to see like the basic pics, they're on my Instagram. If you haven't seen them already, you can quickly check them here. Basically, all I've talked about so far is the Mastery of Justice. I'm looking forward to that. But another one that I actually wasn't expecting to be looking forward to or excited for in any way was the Dantalion, because the basic Gundam design itself, I mean, it's okay. I think it's a little bit kind of scrawny and spindly looking, and kind of gave me a similar first impression to the Atlas Gundam. But I ended up liking the Atlas Gundam because, of course, it has all that awesome equipment. And that's kind of how I feel about the Dantalion, to be honest. It's another situation like that. I just love those big stupid arms that he has on his backpack. They just look so cool. It looks like, it definitely looks more like an action figure than like an actual mecha, but I am 100% okay with that. It just looks fun. It looks fun and I want to build one, so I'm gonna definitely see if I can get a hold of one of those. And then I know there's another one coming out that actually looks really cool, the Schwartz Ritter. We've got some like kind of pictures of that now also that show off like some of the gimmicks and stuff. So like his wings actually come off and they're like these two swords, and then he can combine them to form like this big broadsword, and it looks pretty cool. I'm definitely looking forward to that one as well. Let me just have a moment of silence so I can ensure that I'm not shaving off pegs while I shave off nubs, because I have done that before, and it is not fun. So let me just get this shit off here. Once I have this little bit of arm frame together, I'm going to see if I can take a quick peek at the chat and see if I can just, chat with you guys quick, and then get back to this. Am I holding this off camera? Ever so slightly. Just a little bit. So, here's these pieces, and I am going to do this. I'm going to take one, and it's going to be facing this way. So I want this piece, and then this piece, and this piece. Oh, I think I think I can see how this is kind of going to be going together, and I like what I see. I definitely like what I see. So, crap, I got those upside down. So, gonna have to pop this off and fix that. So this one is supposed to go. Let's take a look at this here. This piece goes here. So this, oh, yep, I did have that wrong. Let's just pretend none of that ever happened. So this goes here. This goes here. Yeah, not much has happened. If you're coming in late, all I've done is talk about how much I like the Justice Gundam. I'm not even showing any pictures really in this video because I can't do that. It's a live stream. I did upload a couple to my Instagram just if you guys want to follow along. If you haven't seen them already, that's no big deal. I'm gonna have a video up later on that's gonna be all the pictures and kind of a slideshowy thing, sort of like I did maybe like, was it what, 2 weeks, a month ago? Last time I did like kind of a voiceless Gunpla news video. It's going to be another one of those. But there's some kits that I really did want to kind of get my thoughts out on, so I'm doing this. And I also needed to just get some work done on the sniper, so I decided to do it this way, and it is working pretty well so far. I've only made one screw up. Of course, I've only put 2 pieces of plastic together as well, so that's not a great track record. Oh, we got some pistons here. I like pistons. Looks like we got some more. So this guy, for his arms and legs, uses the Gundam 2.0 frame, which is awesome because it's a super detailed frame. It's got a lot of movement. It's got a lot of little pistons. Excuse me. It's got a lot of little moving bits inside of it, which makes it a very fun frame to build. So as you can see, I am absolutely overjoyed while building this kit. You can just feel the emotion pouring off of me. And this is just gonna go... How is this gonna go? Oh. Okay. So, you take this, and I hope to God you can see this, because I'm not doing it again, but you stretch this out, and the pistons stretch out, and you fold it in, and the pistons get folded in. That is super freaking cool. I love that. That is great. So, I said I'd read up in the chat a little bit when I get a little more done, so I am going to do that. I'm going to turn off this light so I can see what the heck is going on, and I am going to scroll up a bit and see what you guys have been saying. Okay. What are my thoughts on the Tristan? I am going to get to that. I will get to that. That's one of the kits I wanted to talk about. I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. Excited for the new series after IBO? Twilight Axis? Yes, I am. Isn't the most of GM Sniper 2 mainly Gundam 3.0? Gundam 2.0, actually, although the 3.0 does use a lot of parts from the 2.0 as well. Have you talked about that already? Well, if by that you mean the Master Raid Justice, yes. If you mean anything else, no. Release window, yep, we're going to be here for a while. Not too long. I'm going to try to kind of go through this a little quicker. Let's see. Excited for the new BB Sentry? Yes, I am. That's another one I'm going to get to for sure. I'm just going to kind of quickly scroll through. And, there is an add-on parts to turn the high-grade Ori 100 red frame Astray into the Kai version. I'm guessing that meant to be RG. Yes, I am. I've seen that. It looks pretty cool, but I'm very happy with the Master Grade, so I probably won't be picking that up. See, what did I miss? Not a whole lot. I'm just built an arm frame, talked a little bit about the Justice, reading the chat quick. Okay, now I am going to go and put some armor on this. So, first piece of armor going on is a little elbow pad. Elbow pad going on just like this. Cutting off. I'm going to put it on. It's going to look pretty cool. I'm going to kind of cut this a little closer before I trim it, just to see if I can save a little time by doing that. And then smooth it off very carefully and gently. Just like that, because this is going to be seen on the outside of this elbow for all eternity, and I don't want to mess this up. So yeah, a couple of you guys I think mentioned the Gundam Tristan. I am really looking forward to that. It looks super cool. I was kind of half expecting that to be a like a premium Bondi retool of the old Gundam Alex, and I was like, oh no, please don't do that. Like that, it seemed just stupid enough that they might do it. So I was really worried they would, but thankfully it appears that they are very much intending on making that a retail release, which makes me very, very happy. But yeah, it just looks great, and like I've said before, if we get that, I'm hoping it means we're also getting a Alex Gundam Revive, because that would be so freaking awesome. But yeah, that BB Sentry kit, I do not remember the name of it, but it was cool looking. It has like a Centaur mode. It's very gold and flashy and cool looking. I like it. However, it is also probably going to be very sticker heavy, but it's an SD. I don't really care. I'm just happy to see the SD Gundam kind of coming back to its roots, getting away from the X standard stuff, and just releasing some good old-fashioned chibi samurai Gundams, because that's what SD is. Or at least the cool part of SD. I mean, they do some canonical designs, and those are cool and all, and there's some pretty awesome kits in there, and actually most of the SDs I've built are actually the canonical designs, but you gotta love those just totally samurai'd out, just ridiculous looking Gundams. They're so much fun. They're like a little mini, like, super robot thing from, like, Brave or Power Rangers, where you can just, like, pull stuff off and put stuff on, and switch stuff out, and they're just fun, and I like those kind of kits. So, of course, I am looking forward to that one. D15 is going to need to be right in here, just like that. And I will also need, where is it? Here it is. 2. I have it. I know it's here. Just need to get it off. And anything else? Nope, I need 2 more pieces. From E, I don't know which E specifically this is going to be. I'm guessing, I guess it doesn't matter because they both have the same parts. E111, so that's this piece, and I'm going to quickly catch up to the chat once I got this and the polycap cut out. Polycap being the 4th one right here. Here we go, just going to quickly catch up with the chat. Which do I like more, Force Impulse or Double Zeta? I'm going to say Force Impulse. I've always been pretty attached to that design. Would anyone buy Lego Gundam? I think there are actual officially licensed Mega Bloks Gundam kits in Japan. Last time I checked, there are, and they look pretty weird. Surprised I didn't prepare the parts before the live stream. Well, I could have, but just felt like doing it this way. It was a very kind of spontaneous thing. I wasn't even planning on doing this an hour ago. I just was sitting here and I was like, you know what? I should do a live stream. Yep, back with the GM Sniper 2. Would Bandai and Lego ever work together? I don't know. From what I can see, it seems like Bandai's kind of partnered themselves with Mega Bloks since they make the like Power Rangers building block sets. So I'm assuming that those two companies have some kind of relationship going on, and I'm not sure Lego would be able to acquire the rights to a Bandai property like Gundam, but if they could, that would be pretty awesome. Since the Lego's got some pretty creative master builders that could probably make some cool sets. Yes, we're going much quicker through this time. And yes, I see you, One Hammer. I have noticed you. So, time to shave some parts, and already, because this is spring and light goes down really fast, we've already lost that lovely backlight from the window almost completely. Such a shame. It's why I like filming in here in like the early afternoon as opposed to more in the evening, because I get that lovely light at my back, and it makes my whole room very bright and warm and friendly. So that's one of the things, of course, I like about spring, because it means that, you know, days are longer. We got more time where we got some nice bright daylight coming in. Always a good thing. Especially up in Maine, where it can get kind of, you know, dark and depressing in the winter. It's nice to have some... Ooh, okay. That is not a good place to put a gate connection. So, one of the places where this piece is connected to the runner is right on top of like this little raised detail area that looks an awful lot like a nub, but isn't a nub, so don't trim that off. It's important. In fact, they did it on the other side too, and I very nearly shaved it off. Yep, they even tell you in the manual, don't trim those off, because that's an easy mistake to make. Oh, so easy. Okay, there's that piece. And if you're just now tuning in, it's me, Second Soundwave. I'm building the GM Sniper 2's arms and whatever else I can get done today in the next hour and a half or so. And I'm also talking about some upcoming Gunpla kits. So I talked about the Tristan, how I'm really looking forward to that, and I'm hoping that it becomes a, hopefully it becomes like a base mold for a Gundam Alex Revive, because that kit so badly needs one. And I talked about how much I'm looking forward to the Master of Justice. I even talked a little bit about a upcoming SD Gundam that I still can't remember the name of, but I'm going to now talk about another kit that I probably... Wait, never mind. I just realized I'd already talked about the Schwartz Ritter, so that would just be a waste of time to go over that again. So instead, I am going to talk about... I think I've actually talked about everything I planned on bringing up here. I mean, there's some other odd kits that have been announced, like those petite guys. Oh man, those petite guys. So if you aren't familiar with the petite guys, I didn't put pictures of them up on Instagram, but they made petite guys of Fumina and Gyanko cosplaying as petite guys. I wish I was making this up, but sadly it is true. So, this piece facing this way, these pieces facing this way. Sliding it in. Right? This looks right. It is right. Okay. Good. Now this goes over. Right? Oh, yeah, this way. Okay. So, it's a nice little way to build an arm. He's got kind of a extra layer of frame in there, so he's got frame over his frame, kind of. And then this is going to go like this. This is going to go like this. And we just stick them together, I guess. Like, as far as I can see, these just kind of... Or is it... No, it's this way. Okay. That makes a whole lot more sense. So... Sliding in there. Or is it this way? I think I might... Oh. That's not the way they... They're showing it this way, but it fits this way, which means I put something in here at one point together backwards, so all this is coming apart. So, let's see, I'm gonna pull this little piece out, and you can watch me wrestle with this little piece for 10 or 15 minutes as I try to knock it out of here. Maybe I'll try something stupid, like trying to push it out with the tip of the blade. Because, hey, how could this possibly go wrong? You know, all I'm doing is putting a lot of force on something that might not move with a sharp knife blade. I mean, really, you know, there's only so many things that can go wrong. But, yeah, I mean, this is supposed to go this way, and this goes this way. And I think that's how I had it, because it just goes in like that, right? Yeah, okay, so... See, now at this point I'm just going to assume that this is right and just go with it. Considering that the other way was definitely wrong. And yeah, okay, yep, this is right. Okay. So now, this is actually where I'm seeing some pretty cool painting opportunities, because some silver on those pistons would really make them look something special. So then it looks like there's just this little piece that slots over the top. Just like that. Oh, wow. I love how solidly a lot of these master grades click together. There's not a lot of wiggle room on these. It just everything locks in very tightly and securely. And yeah, lots of fun. So, how is this going to go together? We got little notches that are supposed to be at a diagonal. These facing up, facing down, facing down. Okay, facing down, and they plug into here, just like that. We need to do a little bit more precision nub removal here. But yeah, seriously though, there's a lot of stuff you're going to be seeing in that Gunpla news video later tonight. Like there's actually going to be a like a Trans Am armor set for the Perfect Grade 00 Riser that they're going to be releasing as kind of an add-on, which I guess makes sense. I mean, I could see them not wanting to release an entire Perfect Grade 00 Riser again when they could just do an armor set. Kind of makes sense. Seems like something I could see them doing. But yeah, I like this arm. So all I have to do is build a hand. Or actually, you know what? I'm going to build the other arm first, and I might see if I can turn this light on. Yeah, I'm going to keep that one on, and I'm going to go turn some other lights on too, because it is getting dark. There we go. Okay, you can tell this is a professional live stream because I have everything all set up and ready, so Now, in order to make the other arm, it's going to be just like the one I just built, so this won't take me very long at all. And before I do this, I am going to very quickly check through the chat and see what's going on. Da-da-da. Just scrolling up to the back up here to the top. Building a GM ground type, that's pretty cool, Miguel. Any other GMs I would like to see made? I would kill for an Aqua GM, Bad Batch. I literally could not pick a favorite food, Scarlet Rain. There's just too many options. Sushi is awesome, though. Any Zaku kits I'd recommend. The Master Grade 2.0 is awesome. The Origin ones are awesome. You can't really go wrong with any of those, Xeno Gaming. I am sorry, Steffi. I don't have any better of a relationship with internet connections than you do. We need more Justice and Gigans? Yes, we do. The Origin Zakus are food? Yes, they are. I could literally eat them up. They're so good. No love for the EZ8. No, I kind of dig the EZ8. I mean, it's pretty cool, but it's definitely an interesting Gundam design. It's not one of my favorites, but it is a high grade that I'm going to probably grab at some point. We need revives for the old Wing Gundam HGs? Yes, we do. The piece is backwards? Yep, I figured that out. Petite guys feel like a bad joke that went too far. I think that's probably the best way to describe them, because there is no way that somebody seriously proposed the concept for the original bear guy and thought that it would work. That had to be just somebody's, like, drunken napkin doodle or something that, like, somehow ended up in the pile, and now we have a whole line of it. But yes, it is a very, very strange thing. Death Scythe review, please. I'm planning on getting a Master Grade Death Scythe Hell at some point. Not sure when that's going to be, Eric's, but you'll know when I get it, because I'll probably do an unboxing. Have I scribed or customized kits, or do I just do straight builds? Well, Gus, I have actually pretty much just done straight builds up until now. I'm going to, when it warms up outside and the snow all melts and it's not 15 degrees, I'm going to probably do some painting, since it's always good to paint outside. You know, don't want to paint in the paint fume, don't want to breathe in the paint fumes, but yeah, painting is the next thing I have planned when it warms up. The amount of people who fawn over Fumina makes me uncomfortable. She is in middle school, dude. Yes, she is. It is really weird how, of all the hundreds of female characters we've gotten in Gundam, that specific one is the one people obsess over. That is really creepy. I wish stores overseas sold Gundam kits instead of just Japan and online stores. Plus, what if people want to have the internet but really want a Gundam kit? Yeah, yeah, I definitely agree with you there. It would be really cool if we could see some more kits at, like, physical stores. One of the big problems with Gunpla, though, as far as carrying it, is that compared to the number of people that would buy it, there are a lot of different Gunpla, and everyone coming in might not necessarily be looking for the same kit, which means they kind of need to stock, like, a big spread of them, and that's a lot of inventory to dedicate to something that they might not have a big kind of audience built around. So I can see why some companies or stores don't necessarily stock a lot of Gunpla, but yeah, it is always great to find stuff in person. Thanks for that thought, Renaissance Gundam. Yes, McGillis does love his petite girls. Just quickly go through some of these. What is my favorite model kit? Hard question. I'm going to say right now it's probably the GM ground type. MG Build Strike, yes, MG Build Strike is still the answer to everything. Origin Cannon type. Origin cannon top. I'm guessing you're talking about the gun cannon. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I have not actually built any version of the Origin gun cannon. Might get a test type at some point, but it's fairly low priority. What beginner master grade do you recommend? Like I just said, MG Build Strike is always the answer. So close to that face reveal it hurts. Indeed. Barnes & Noble sells Gunpla. Yes, but like I said, they have a very narrow selection of them. Like, they'll maybe have like couple real grades, a few high grades, and like that's it. So, kind of unfortunate. Thanks to you, I now have 16 Gunpla and love every one of them, except Space Jahaman. God, that kit sucks. Yes, I have heard that kit is pretty bad. I kind of want to get one at some point, just so I could experience for myself that kit. Yep, so thanks for that. Well, thank you for sharing your experience with this hobby, Bad Batch. Hobbytown USA carries crazy good Gunpla stocks. Yes, they do, Taylor. That's actually a pretty good place to look, and their prices, from what I've heard, have gotten a little better recently, so that's always nice. Okay, so that's pretty much all we got in the chat right now, so I'm just going to quickly bang out another arm, and then we'll just see how this goes from there. So, crap, I already forgot what all the other parts for the arm are. Here we go, now I remember. It needs this piece, like that, this piece, da-da-da, this piece, and this piece. And that piece. And I'm going to need these pieces. But yeah, this is definitely going a lot faster than the last one did. I think it helps that I'm not trying to kind of like reach around the tablet there, because that made things ridiculously awkward, and it made everything take a very long time to execute properly. So I need to get the other version of this runner. That has the parts I haven't already clipped out. So we got the bicep armor, and then the elbow pad, and then there's a couple other pieces, the little wrist cuff. And I think for now that'll do it. I just want to get this stuff together before I go any further. Is this... I think I have this zoomed in. Yeah, I totally have this zoomed in. Whoa. There we go. That's better. That was, because looking at it, I was like, there is no way the camera's that close to my hands. And it wasn't. That was just a weird zoom thing. But yeah, I just kind of... As far as the stuff we got coming down the line, of course, I've already talked about all my favorites and the ones I'm really looking forward to, but there's actually some other kind of cool stuff as well. Like, we do have a official announcement for something that's probably not a surprise, but just something I've been kind of waiting for them to announce. But the high grade the Origin TriStar Zaku 1, because of course we got the Zaku 2, we got Char's Zaku 1, we got the green Zaku 1, and now we finally have the TriStar Zaku 1, and I do like the TriStar's color scheme, so I might grab one of those if I haven't already gotten the Char's Zaku 1 by that point, since I'm not sure I like the design enough to get two basically recolors of each other. But seriously though, speaking of recolors, Bandai, come on. You know you want to just release a regular mass production colors Origin Zaku 2. Please. It's such an easy thing. You'd sell a ton of them. Just do it. I would buy one. I would buy two. You know what? I'm serious. If they actually end up buying one, if they end up actually announcing a mass production colors Origin Zaku 2, I will actually buy two of them. I will stand by my word, and you can hold this recording against me if I say I never said this. I'm going to regret saying that. Let me just catch up in the chat real quick. Don't I hate stickers? Usually I do. Bad stickers are bad. Some stickers are okay. Switch likes 2S likes to bang arms confirmed. Hey, everyone has a thing. I like your clothes. Thank you. Yes, the hoodie, t-shirt, and blue jeans look is pretty much what I go for every single day. What is a kit without any bad nubs? Well, actually, a lot of Master Grade kits are undergated on most of their parts, so especially if you get one like that's, you know, designed to be plated, a lot of times they will have a lot of undergating on them, and that is good because that means that all the nubs are going to be hidden away. So I can't think of any specific ones off the top of my head, but I know generally with Master Grades they're pretty good with that. Should I get either the high grade... Hang on, I just gotta turn this light off so I can see what you guys are saying. Should I get either the high grade Hashimal or the RG Quanta? I would say RG Quanta because the Hashimal, while it's pretty big, is a pretty plain looking kit, unfortunately. There is a lot of detail missing on it, while the Quanta just looks freaking awesome. See? I hate all the stickers in the HG Build Strike. So do I. That's why I bought the Master Grade and then the Real Grade, because they don't have that problem. Well, a notable Master Grade that has bad nubs is the Phoenix. Yes, that kit is the king of bad nubs. Like, completely, absolutely, hands down, the worst nub. Whoa, what is going on with the zoom here? Holy crap. I hope you liked that very detailed close zoom on the Monopoly box behind me because, yeah, apparently this camera zoom is weird on it. But yeah, it's probably actually just because I have the touchscreen leaning up against something else, so it goes a little freaky when I touch the screen. It's like, oh no, he's touching it in two spots. I must zoom. As long as I catch it, though, it seems like it should be okay. And came very close to shaving off that rivet. Thankfully, I did not. But yeah, I'm actually really interested in seeing what we're going to get with Twilight Axis. I think it's interesting we're finally, over the last few years or so, we've been getting more kind of Gundam anime adaptations. Because for a long time, the non-animated Gundam series have been kind of forever doomed to be partially fan translated, and you know that makes them really inaccessible for a lot of non-Japanese speaking fans, which is really a shame. And it's great to see them bring some of these stories into animated form so we can fully appreciate them. And I'd actually really like to see them do Blue Destiny at some point, especially if they go more for the style of that newer 2015 manga, because that manga, unfortunately, has not been translated, but it looks good. Like, the art in it, the redesign of the Blue Destiny, if you haven't seen it, instead of just, like, the eyes changing when it goes into exam mode, they actually added a bunch of little kind of slide-out armor panels, sort of like the new Gundam Verka or the Unicorn Gundam, so it gets, like, a totally new look when it transforms, and it really looks awesome. I like it a lot. And of course, they did have those prototypes of the HGUC Efreet Custom and Blue Destiny Unit 1 at Gunpla Expo, so maybe that's Bandai's way of telling us that we might have a Blue Destiny OVA coming down the line. I mean, I'd certainly watch it for all the reasons that I've already mentioned, and you know what? It's always cool to see more UC, so yeah, thumbs up to that. Although I'm also kind of interested in what we might be getting after IBO as far as the next kind of mainline Gundam series, because the UC OVAs are awesome, but they always seem to kind of treat them as side projects slash filler between the alternate universe shows, so I'm really interested to see what they find to top IBO, because you know, they could go totally left field and just do a season 3 of IBO. They've never really done that before. If they did it, it would certainly be an interesting first, and it wouldn't be the worst show to choose for a third season just because of how freaking awesome it is. But at the same time, I'm not always a fan of shows that just kind of drag themselves out for too long. So, yeah, I'm not sure how I'd feel about that if they did decide to make a season 3 for IBO. But of course they could go the route of a whole new show, which would be pretty awesome. Don't know really what they do for that, but you know, I'm sure they could find some creative new concept, or maybe they'll just do a Build Fighters season 3. That's actually pretty likely as well. So this one goes on the top. This way? This way. Yeah. This way. And then this thing goes on here, and this is going fast because I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing well enough, rather. That's on backwards. Just like that. Just get this little bit of cat hair off of here because there's cat hair everywhere because I have cats everywhere. And then the rest of this is just going to go together. Let me see if I can not get this one backwards. Dots facing this way. Bar facing this way. Push and slide. I hope this works. Yay, I think I got it right. Did I? I guess we'll know in just a second. Yep, there we go. It's all in. And how 45 minutes. So, in less time than it took for me to build half the torso of the GM Sniper 2, we got both arms done. I'd say that's pretty awesome. So, of course, we've got arms, but arms are no good without any hands to put on the wrists or shoulders to put on the, well, shoulders, I guess. So I'm probably going to do those next. But first, I am going to catch up in the chat, which means light off. Zoom is probably going to go completely berserk, and I am going to see what I can see here. So, scrolling up, scrolling up, scrolling up. Hoodies are great and comfortable. Yes, they are, Steffi. You going to see Power Rangers? That for me is a Netflix/Redbox movie because it looks like it could be fun, but I'm not sure I'll like it enough to see it in theaters. I looked at it, I looked at all the trailers, and I was like, oh. I mean, it doesn't look great. Like, it looks like, I'm getting the kind of the same feel from it that I got from the, oh, what was it? It was, it's giving me the same feel that that Max Steel movie did, where I look at it and go, oh, okay, that looks neat, but it's not like something I want to like go out to the theaters and see. Even though I'm a big Power Rangers fan, or not big, but like reasonably large Power Rangers fan, I'm still probably going to wait until that comes out in a less. And my brain just failed for a second. What was I saying? Oh yes, I'm probably going to wait until it comes out in a more casually accessible format than theaters. New Gundam Verka, Bad Nub Central, titanium finish version? Yes, it is. Titanium finish kits in general are kind of a bad idea because most of the kits they titanium finish are not undergated. And if you're making a titanium finish kit, oh, you need that undergating. Otherwise, it's going to look bad. And it's really hard to match a titanium finish with anything, which means if you try to like paint over it, you can't really paint over it. And in the long run, to be totally honest with you guys, if you want a titanium finish kit, just make your own metallic finish, paint it with metallic paints. You know, either through an airbrush or just using cans, because whatever you do with that, unless you really horribly mess it up, is going to look better than a nub-covered titanium finish kit. Is the Blitz okay with nubs? It's pretty okay. I mean, it has a few here and there that are kind of visible, but for the most part, it's pretty good. How's the Master Grade Banshee? Unicorn Banshee mold actually does have quite a few bad nubs, and the Banshee specifically, probably a little bit worse, I'd imagine, since the plastic is a very dark blue, and we all know how blue handles stress. Which series of Gundam do I like the most? That would be IBO. Yeah. Oh, man. Gundaki, I'm so sorry for you. Yeah, you blew $120 on the titanium finish New Gundam Verka. Yeah, that could be regrettable. I've only built one gold-plated kit, the Iwashi Akatsuki, and that turned out alright. Yeah, it's a pretty okay kit. I mean, it does have some pretty glaring color sections missing, like the entire top of the shield, but for the most part, it's actually a pretty fun little kit. Blue Destiny anime? Yes. How come my hands are so red? Some of it's the color of this camera. It's not a super color correct camera, and another part is that I just have oddly purplish hands, and I don't know why. More Gundams with the C design style? Yeah, sure, that would be pretty cool. Have I played Encounters in Space? No, I have not played any of the Gundam games. That game is a segment for Blue Destiny? Yes, I've heard of it, actually. I think I've seen a few cutscenes from it. It looks pretty cool. Let's see. Where do I watch my Gundam shows? Gundam Info for the newer ones, and then the other stuff I just dig up online. There's also DVD sets of them now. You can actually get them pretty cheap. Like, literally, pretty much all the DVD sets Right Stuff has released right now, you can find them on Amazon for like $30 a part. So if you just want to check out an older series, I obviously recommend doing that first. There are other places you could go if you can't afford that, but I don't really necessarily want to endorse those on stream. A couple of people here talking about how they'd like to see the... Oops, we have a bad connection here. Hold on just a moment. But they'd like to see some stuff on the Calamity War. I'm not necessarily sure about that. I mean, it would be kind of cool to see, but I also kind of like how vague they've kept it. I think that gives it a little bit of a kind of nice mystique around it. IBO can end on a cliffhanger and finish the story of the movie. Yeah, I could see that. Gundam Plot Arcade. Anyone know what the mobile armors are and defeated them? Good video games, whatever. I'm just quickly going through a lot of these because Gundam Breaker Journey. In before accidental face reveal, not happening. I will be vigilant. Let's see. Just kind of going through here. That's what I want. Did the HG Gundam 00 have stickers on the V-fin? Yes, it did. That's why I painted it with a Gundam marker. Have I built any kits from Gundam Age? No, I have not, actually, but I've heard they're pretty okay. They're about on par with some of the 00 kits from what I've seen. And yeah, I'm going to turn the lights back on, and we're going to build some shoulders. So, I haven't actually looked at the manual yet. I just see pieces that look like shoulders, so I'm going to take a risk and cut them out. What else looks shouldery? I think this is a shoulder part. Is it? Yes, it is. I was right. Apologizing for the dead silence here. I'm just concentrating on not clipping out the wrong stuff. So F10. This shoulder actually looks like it's a pretty easy assembly. It's just these pieces right here. How's the Master Grade Age 1 normal? It is pretty awesome from what I've seen. It's one of those kits that I always kind of want to pick up, but whenever I'm in the mood to build it, it's always sold out everywhere. And then when I finally track one down, I'm like, I don't know. I mean, there's other kits that I want more, and I end up never actually picking one up. I think I've mentioned this before, but at some point I want to do like a big order where I just get all those kits that I've always been kind of on the fence on and just do like a couple weeks of just reviews of just kind of random-ish kits like the Zeta Plus and the Full Armor Gundam 7th and the, you know, Zaku Super Custom and the Forever Gundam and all those just odd kits where I'm always looking at them and going, I should buy that, and then I never do. H3 Orbital is another one of those that I just really like, but I've never actually gotten around to getting. Almost bought it my last order, actually, which should be here fairly soon. So, hopefully when I'm done with this build, eventually, I'll have something pretty cool, newish thing to show you guys. Because when I made the last order that I got this guy and my other January kits in, they were actually missing one kit, or they didn't actually get it in stock until really late, and that was the high-grade Roe. And I really wanted a Roe, but I also just wanted to get these other guys in time, so I ordered them anyways, and then I finally picked up the Roe on its own, so that guy's going to be coming in pretty soon, and that's probably going to be my next kit after this. So those of you that are wondering where I'll go from after this, that sentence was a disaster. So for those of you that are wondering where I'll be going with this after this kit, what I'll be building the Roe. And through this stream you can see the gradual decline in my conversational skills that happens the longer I talk. This is going to go here, and this is super easy. This is just going to go here, this is going to go here, and watch me F it up now that I just said that it was super easy. Nope, I got it, it's fine, it's just this little piece goes here, and this is what I love about Master Grades, is they always have like the colored vents, or like the colored insides of the thrusters. I just love that, like, that's such a nice little subtle color thing, and whenever I see that, it's just like, oh yeah, I can tell this is just a quality kit. Quality kit. Speaking of quality kits, I am actually a little bit tempted by the Providence now that I've seen some reviews of it. I mean, you know, it's still not one of my favorite Gundam designs, but I look at that kit and I'm like, you know, that's pretty neat. I mean, I could see myself maybe doing some kind of interesting color scheme on it, making it look a little more vibrant, maybe something kind of Nyx Providence inspired. Just like that. And I'm gonna just need this right here. Right here. Where's the piece here? Here we go. Just this. Right here. And I'm gonna get to the chat in just a second. Here we go. Okay, so, you know the drill. The lights go down, and saying I have a very bad connection, so you guys might not be seeing this super well, but hopefully you guys are still getting the stream pretty well. Let's see, gonna kind of scroll down to here. What's my take on Gundam Crossbone? I read a little bit of the manga. The art style of the manga is not great at all. Like, it looks really bad. They made all the characters look like 15 years younger than they're supposed to be as well, so even the returning characters from F91 look like they're super young. Not a fan of that. Story-wise, it could be pretty interesting, though. I wouldn't mind seeing an anime that kind of took a little more of a realistic take on the animation, though. Scrolling down through here. K2S, do you intentionally not reveal the kits you bought? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I talk about them a little bit sometimes, but usually I just kind of don't mention it just because it gives me the freedom of just arbitrarily deciding which kit I want to build next instead of saying, I'm going to build this next, and then finally getting to the day where I finish the last kit, I'm like, you know, I'd kind of rather build this next. So I usually keep it a surprise for that reason more than anything else. I'm going to kind of dig down through here. Vidar is pretty awesome. Yes, it is. Yeah, the Kimaris Vidar, after the Kimaris and after the Vidar, the Kimaris Vidar is, kind of terrible. Like, it's got a couple good pieces on it, but, for the most part, it's, I've talked about it before, so you know what I think about that kit. But yeah, I'm definitely not going to be picking up a Kimaris Vidar anytime ever, probably, and I'm also not planning on picking up the Bale anytime soon because that kit looks really freaking bland. I mean, it's a cool design, but it needs some color. So maybe someday I'll get the 1100 and give it the color it needs. But for now, I'm gonna have to give that guy a pass. Which is just as well, since there's more than enough kits coming out in March to keep me busy. By the way, Gold Frame Amatsu Mina. That thing, we've seen some in-hand stuff of it since it's just now starting to hit stores. Ooh boy, that looks pretty. Like, the gold still sucks. It's not the worst gold I've seen, but it is very much a Bondi gold. You know what I'm talking about, it's just that kind of icky gold color. But the black looks amazing, and it's actually got, like, different black runners on the kit have like different levels of gloss injection in them, so it gives it that kind of multi-sheen real grade look, and it looks really nice. And yeah, that's probably one of my most anticipated kits of March. But of course, there's also still other stuff I'm looking forward to. Atlas Gundam, still gonna pick one up. Not super into it anymore though, because I've seen how many stickers that guy has. I've seen the sub arms and how they aren't really that posable. And I'm not looking forward to it quite as much as I was, but I still want to get one anyway because it's a fun design. This piece has to go in here. And fortunately, that nub mark that I very clumsily removed is now completely hidden. And there's obviously going to be more. Yeah, there's like some shoulder joints that are going to be popped onto these arms to make these shoulders stay on. Gotta blow some of those little nub debris off of here and take a look at what we gotta do. So, polycaps. Just gonna rip a couple of these off. I always just rip the polycaps off because there's really not a lot holding them on. It's just such a soft plastic that I just kind of just do that. And it tends to work pretty well. I'm going to take a guess and say I'm probably using these pieces. 21, 22, 24, 25. Okay, so I'm going to take these two. So this one and this one. And cut them up. Put them there. And another little piece right here. I'm going to cut off. Put in there. I'm probably actually going to end this stream probably after I've finished the arms and got those all together and the hands all together. So we're in the final stretch of this stream, and I'm pretty happy with it because we got a good bit of GM Sniper done tonight, and that is more than I probably would have gotten done otherwise. So very, very glad that that's how this has gone down. Now excuse the dead silence as I very stealthily remove nubs with absolute concentration. So these now are going to want to be facing this way. Right? Yeah. Yeah. This way. Whoops. That's not lined up. There we go. That's lined up. And I need... What the heck is that? Oh. Okay. So there is more stuff that I need here. Where is it? Here it is. E7. Gonna quickly catch up with the chat a little bit since I've spent a little bit of time doing that. So we got here. Oh hey, more than torso. Yes, Shoki, I've got a lot of progress here. Somewhere here are arms, and they are pretty awesome. Just built the full mechanics Vidar. Great kit. Yes, it looks really awesome. I want to grab one of those sometime. That guy and the Lupus, I didn't get them when they came out for whatever reason, but I'm going to definitely try and see if I can grab those at some point in the future. I do want Kimura's Vidar, but just to complete the set. Yeah, I could see where that would, I could see that kind of sentiment. Oh no, Luke broke the torso of his build strike. Well, that's what cement's for. Am I excited for the second season of Gundam Thunderbolt? Yes, I am, because the Atlas Gundam looks ridiculous and awesome and fun, and I am looking forward to it. How's the ball Verka? It's a pretty interesting master grade, because it's a ball. But it's also a master grade, and it's got that inner frame. It's actually a really quirky, interesting kit. There's not a lot wrong with it, but it also doesn't do a lot, like, super outstanding either. It's just kind of a funky, interesting kind of thing. Recently built the GM ground type and loved it. You, Luke Irwin, have very good taste. I should build the rifle too before we end the stream. I'm actually going to build the weapons at the very end. I always like to build all the guns and stuff right at the end of the build, so that's going to be in another stream, Bad Batch. Takes me forever to remove nubs. Well, it's just something you got to practice and kind of get used to, but yeah, it really depends on how like, there's a word I'm looking for. Never mind. How precise you are with it and how much you want it to like look like perfect. So yeah, it can take different amounts of time for different people, King. It's like a Gunpla club. Everyone here is just building. Yes, it is kind of. It's kind of fun that way too. Personally not a fan of the full mechanics Vidar. Really, Shoki, that's kind of interesting. I seem to remember... Oh! I think I know why you're not a fan of it now. I remember that. That was a fun video, by the way. I think that was a little bit better than your last crossover before you did with Dan. I think you had the comedic timing down a bit better with that one. Yes, Ainsley, the new Astaroth. I haven't talked about that in this video yet because there's not a lot to talk about. All we have is like a picture of the line art, but it looks pretty cool. I can remove the nubs pretty well, but there's always like a dark spot where the nub was. Yeah, that happens. You can't really do a lot about that. If you really want like 100% nub-free builds, the best thing to do is to just paint the kit. Like, really, seriously, if you want like perfect nub-free builds, that is kind of what you have to do. Astaroth Origin is a great kit. I've heard that actually, which is why I actually have one in my backlog, and I will be getting to it someday. I get nervous when I move nubs on clear parts. Yeah, clear parts are a little freaky to denub because, of course, they're clear, so you're going to see stress marks. They're also really fragile, so you have to be careful with them, and I've known a few people who have, like, broken visors and other similar pieces while denubbing them, so yeah. What mecha do you like? Non-Gundam related. I like a lot of mecha actually, specifically ones that aren't Gundam related. I've always been a fan of, well, if you count Transformers as mecha, I've always liked Transformers from a young age, and it's actually what got me into Gundam. And I've also had a soft spot for the giant super robot combining mecha of shows such as Power Rangers and Gal Gaigar. Let's see what we got. Yep, okay, that pause was longer than it needed to be. So, I am going to go back to building this shoulder. And it goes this way. And I need this piece to be shaved clean. I so need to get a new hobby knife. This one is painfully dull. Like, I'm honestly not even sure I could cut myself with this if I really wanted to. I shouldn't have said that, because... Yeah, because I actually... No, wait, I take that back, because I did actually cut myself on this knife a couple days ago, or more than that, whatever the last time I built was, but... No, it wasn't the last time I built, it was longer ago than that, because it's back when I built the... When was that? Anyways, I did cut myself on it recently, so it still has some edge to it, but it's not the razor blade it once was. So how this is going to be like that, and then we got the classic clip-in shoulder rotation, and one of these. Oh, there's got to be something else that I put in there, so I'm just gonna go ahead and, in the meantime, before I get to the part where I need to build that, I'm just gonna go in through here and do the rest of the stuff I need to do here, including building the wrist for the other arm, because apparently I forgot that, because there's still pieces for it on the runner. So, I need to amend that quickly and efficiently, which means taking as little time screwing around with this polycap as I can. There we go. Okay. How are we for time? Just over an hour. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Which of these arms is it's this one. Okay, so... This one just goes... Whoops. That is the wrong piece to push on. There we go. Gotta get those little bits of plastic dust out of there. Get the little bits of cat hair out of there. And that should be just what we need. But, yeah. Kind of at a loss for words at this point, which is, not necessarily a bad thing, since I did kind of talk myself hoarse last time, and I do mean talk myself hoarse. I could not speak for the morning after I did that first stream, but it was worth it because I got to hang out and chat with you guys, so, you know, it wasn't necessarily a bad thing at all. Here we go. These are the pieces I needed. And I'm going to cheat and cut really close to the parts because I don't feel like denubbing these. Just like that, and they're just little tabs anyways. No one's going to see them. No one's going to see them except for me, and I'll know. I'll just look at this kit and I will know that I cheated on the nubs on the shoulder, and it will drive me mad. And one day I'll just take this off the shelf, rip it apart, and sand down these properly, but for now, I'm just going to stick these just like that together. Oh, this goes on here. Okay. Oh, that's nice. It kind of covers up the polycap, makes it look a little less polycap-like. Did that? Oh, it did lock in. Okay. Here we got our arms then. All I need is that little piece that goes around the polycap. And I don't remember which runner it was on, which means I need to look through all of them. Never mind, I found it in like 8 seconds. So, didn't really need to say any of that. But yeah, so what have I not talked about yet as far as the new kits? It's annoying me because I can't check, because this device I'm using to stream is the one I usually look stuff up on, which means I can't look stuff up right now, but I'm pretty sure I remember... what was it? Oh, yes! I can't believe I forgot this. I cannot believe I forgot this. There is one kit that's really awesome. I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm kicking myself for having forgotten it up until now. I feel like an idiot. And that is the high-grade Universal Century Bar Freakin' Zam, because that guy, they put like a GM ground type level of love into that kit. Like the shoulders on it have like, they have like this kind of mechanism where it can like swing forward and swing up. Like it does all that stuff and it looks great. And it has the GM ground types like forward facing ball in the chest, so it has all that torso movement. It looks like it's going to be a really, really, really posable kit, and I am so looking forward to that. So now it looks like there's actually just only one piece. I think it's just one piece per arm that's really left to put on, and then we can just move on to the hands and get this done with. So it's 3, right? It looks like it's a 3. Yeah, it's F3. Okay. Just get these off of here. But yeah, that Barzam, like, if they keep doing, like, really oddball designs like that, I'm going to keep buying them, because those are just fun kits, the HGUCs, and if they do weird designs, awesome. I always love building new weird designs, and if they got that level of just love and attention put into them that the GM ground type did, I mean, hey, sign me up for all of them. So now I just gotta... This is the piece that, like, directly connects the shoulder pad to the shoulder, so we're in the home stretch. And we're an hour and 13 minutes in, so I'd say that's pretty good progress. How does this... Oh. Oh. Right? Did they just... This can't be right. There's no way this is the actual way these go together, because this does not hold itself in very nicely. But that's what they say, and... I mean, I guess that's good enough. Let's see if this holds. Moment of truth. What? How the... Oh, that's interesting. So you attach this like this, and then the whole thing's like up like this, and then you like kind of accordion it down onto him, or you could like extend it up and bring it out to the side and up and then down in. That is super funky, and I love it. That is great. Although I'm now seeing why the shoulder pad seems so tall on this kit, and it's because there's like this much space between the shoulder and the shoulder pad, even when it's folded down, so it ends up making his shoulders look really tall, but at least I know why that is now, and I totally get it. That's pretty cool. So, this like that, like this, and then like this, correct? I sure hope so. No, it's not. There we go. Nope. There we go. There we go. Okay, so just gotta pop these on here. But yeah, I totally see why the shoulders looked kind of big at first on this kid. It's because there's so much gappage in there. And there we go. Just gotta build some little bitty hands, and then we're gonna be done for the night. So I'm gonna need some hand backs, which are gonna come from this piece right here. Oh yeah, and that second camera that I had running last time to like get like a better quality version of it, it didn't really work that well. Most of the time when I was actually doing stuff, my hands were off screen, even when I was kind of trying to position it in screen. It just didn't work out, so I'm probably not going to do much of anything with that. So I'm gonna trim out all the fingers and just denub all of them, because this guy's got a lot of hands, and I might as well just knock him out while I can. So he's got holding fingers, he's got trigger finger, he's got all the kinds of hands he should need. He's got little fists, and I've heard the hands on this guy are kind of loose, the finger connection at least, so we'll have to see how that holds up. That's something I'm kind of interested in seeing now that I'm aware of it. So here's the open hands, and other open hand coming off the runner. I'm not even sure if these are for any of his particular weapons, or if they're just leftover Age 1 parts, but I'm cutting them out anyway, because why not? Extra fingers are always useful. What else do I need? I need some pieces from... Well, you know what? I'm going to denub these first, and then we can move on from there. I also might catch up with the chat just a little bit. So I'm just going to catch up on the chat here, just read off some stuff. Valbrave88 has seen Pacific Rim. He thinks it's pretty good. I agree with him. That's an awesome movie. Sup, dude? Are you planning on getting the MG Providence Gundam? I'm leaning towards no, but it's a lot more of a balanced possibility than it used to be, so I might get one at some point in the future. Let's see. I appreciate the extra mile Del Toro did in making the Jaeger and Kaiju look realistic and detailed. Yes, I actually saw the behind the scenes for that movie, and they put a lot of work into those models, and they look phenomenal. If the new Astroth comes out, will you by any chance get it? Well, actually, it is going to come out. That's not an if, that is an is. We did get a confirmation of it. I'm not sure. I'll have to see pictures of the actual kit before I can decide, but from the line art, it looks pretty interesting. Supposedly, Robotech will be in live-action movies soon, not sure when, though. That could be cool, but on the other hand, Harmony Gold. Anyone who's a Robotech fan knows who they are and what they're like and how problematic they can be, so I'm kind of worried they might F this up, but if they don't mess it up and it just ends up being a pretty cool movie, well, that would be just plain awesome. And yes, Shoki, you are going to have to find a way to live stream, because this is super fun and you should totally try it. Hey, Dan! Awesome, Dan's here. Hello, Dan. Yes, I know, Shoki. I can't believe I forgot the Barzam. I still can't believe it. The loose one is for the rifle, sadly. Okay, so that's the, so I'm guessing that people have been talking specifically about the rifle hand. I'll just see in actually just a few minutes. I'll be seeing how well these go together because I'm gonna have the hands built up, so that should be pretty interesting. Yes, King Blazeg's Zajabi the Hong is pretty freaking awesome. Hey, too many donuts. What's up? So, well, without further ado, whoa! So, that's what's been causing the zoom to be weird. Let's see if I can set this down gently in a way that doesn't trigger the camera. There we go! Okay, that looks so much better. But yeah, that, I apologize for that brief, camera seizure right there. That's a side effect of having stuff leaning against the screen. Not always a good idea with a touchscreen device, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to get your camera in the right place. And I like this setup a whole lot more than the way I was doing this last time, so this is probably either the way I'm going to be doing it from now on, or I'll be probably using some modification of this method, since I like this angle. It means I don't have to like show you things as much because you can already kind of see them from this angle, which I think is kind of nice. But yeah, this is a lot of nubs because there's like 3 nubs per hand, and of course you want to be careful and take your time denubbing these because you don't want big ugly nubs on your hands, because those are, you know, a pretty visible part of the kit. It's not like you can hide them. They're right there on the knuckles, they're right there on the fingertips. So I wonder if there's anything else really obvious I've forgotten, like the Barzam. I don't think so. I think I've talked about all the stuff I posted to Instagram, and I actually think I talked about a couple kits I didn't mention over there, so yeah, I think I've just about covered it. There's really not much else. I think. I guarantee you, I am going to finish this stream, I am going to open up my news pictures folder, and I'm going to see something that I forgot to talk about. But you know what? That's what the video that's coming later is for. Tonight there's going to be a video where I'm going to show all the pictures and stuff for the stuff I've been talking about here, and possibly, since I'm sure I forgot something, there'll be some other stuff there as well. And that'll be something to see, for sure. So you can actually have some visual context for some of the stuff I've been talking about if you haven't seen them already, and if not, it'll just be a fun slideshowy video. And yeah, that'll be coming. But right now, it is hand time, and I came very close to effing up that nub. So close. Caught it just in time. And my hands are just covered in little pieces of plastic right now, so gotta take a quick dusting break and get all that off, because yeah, it can build up quick, and then you have little bits of plastic everywhere, and then you wake up the next morning and you're like, what's this scratchy thing in the sheets? And then you look at your legs and there's little bits of plastic stuck to them, because then you realize, oh yeah, I build right next to my bed, so all the plastic ends up in my bed, and that makes for a not very fun night. My cat doesn't seem to mind though. She will chase these and eat them and do all sorts of things with them, so probably unhealthy for her, but she's a strong young cat, so I'm not too worried about her. In fact, she is actually right across from me sleeping, so she is here, she is present, and she does not care. Oh, and the other one's here too. Lovely. Both cats are back. Okay, time to check the chat again. There's also a Gundam 00 reference in Pacific Rim. Really, Dan? I think I might have missed that. What are you talking about? Fingers from the Edge 1, yes they are. RG gun cannon? I could see that being pretty cool. Oh, okay, Dan. So the Cheridim's model number is on Strike Eureka's left breast. Well, let me check. I'm not sure that's a reference. I think that's just a coincidence in that the numbers and letters they put together happen to be those numbers and letters. I wouldn't necessarily say that was a conscious reference, but if you want it to be one, okay, okay. Yes, RG Gundam Heavy Arms. I would buy all of the Wing EW designs as real grades. That would just make my year. Great idea, Too Many Donuts. RG Ball. That would be... That'd actually be doable. I don't know how many they'd be able to sell, though. PG Ball, Mega Size Ball. Yes, every ball, every grade, every color of the rainbow. Make it the next petite guy. That's what I'm saying. Seems handy. Yes, it is. Yes, it is very handy. What Gundam would I use in real life? I actually don't know. As in, what Gundam would I have like a practical use for in real life? I mean, none of them, I guess. But I would want the XS Gundam just because. Why the hell not? It is freaking cool. It's got all the crap you could want, and it's just awesome. Do I have the Wing EW? I have the super deformed Wing EW, but I don't have like the actual 1/144th or 1/100 scale versions of it. Are you going to buy the RG Goldframe Armatsu Mina? Hell yes. RG Turn A. That could be kind of cool. There's actually a lot of suits that would look really interesting as real grade, so I am hoping they kind of expand that line a little bit. Yes, Bad Batch, I definitely heard you. So, let's grab the parts we need for the palms, because I think that's all there is left to build. So I'll need... Heck of that MP1 I'm going to need for this side. And whoops, forgot to turn the light back on. There we go. MP1. And F18. Here's 8. I've noticed they've been using a lot of kind of flattened off ball joints on smaller joints, like on wrists and stuff lately. It's an interesting design choice, to be sure. Okay, so I need to shave these. There we go. Gonna just bury those in the pile of hands. Let me just catch up quickly in the chat. I'm doing good, George. Thanks for asking. G-Cell Furcaw. I would actually legitimately, unironically want that because it's a cool design. I'd like to see what Kotoki could do with it. Don't you think we should have gotten a new RG announcement? Maybe. I mean, they could have something planned that's like a little more elaborate than a retool, since the last couple ones they've done have been just kind of modifications of previous stuff. But yeah, I'm personally hoping they got something like brand new kind of under wraps right now that they're gonna throw at us and surprise us with, because I believe there is a Gunpla Expo coming up in May, I think, so they could definitely pull some cool reveals there and leave us all impressed. So That is a very likely possibility. Where do I put this? This piece is an offset, and it goes between these, but I need to make the thumb first. So I need to make a tiny little thumb. How could this possibly go? Holy crap. Look at those pieces. They're tiny. They're freaking tiny. Man. This is not at all easy to lose. And Dan, I know they do sort of have expos monthly, but I'm talking about like the big expos where they like reveal a bunch of stuff. I'm pretty sure the next like big one is the big sort of spring one is going to be in May. So at least that's what I've seen. Although that was a very long time ago. I read that a couple months ago at least, so I could be wrong. This is super awkward. It requires absolute concentration. But I will not allow him to have nub marks on his thumbs. That is not an appropriate place for nubs. How are these even supposed to go together? No, seriously, how do these go together? What? Huh? What? Oh. There we go. That was probably the most challenging part of this build so far, was that that thumb, and I'm pretty sure I have it backwards now. I bet I do. Well, I'm going to just put this in for now. Spin this around, and you know what, I'm just going to... Which piece is it? I think I'm going to just pick one, and I'm probably be wrong. And then fix, it's this one. Nope, it's this one. I think it's this one. Crap. This is all just falling apart and crumbling down. Disastrous. And yep, that's the wrong one. It's this one. I think this is... Right? It's gotta just like plug in there. Yeah. So let me just double check to make sure I got all of this in right. So this piece, like that. And then this piece. Whoops. Again. Let's see how long it takes for me to put together the simplest part of a mobile suit. There we go. I think I got it. Yes, I have it! Celebration time! Now to put a finger on. And yeah, these are pretty loose. Like they're not loose enough to fall out, but they are a little looser than I would like them to be. They look pretty cool though, so I'm gonna just pop this right on his... Come on. Don't you dare mess up on me. This would just be bad. Come on. Excuse me for just a moment. There we go. Got it. And his thumb is... So now his fingers are really loose. They were fine before. It's kind of weird. Might have to cement him up because yeah, his fingers are not holding it at all now. So I'm gonna have to fix that with something. I am not cutting that thumb out until I am 100% ready to denub it, because I ain't losing that. What time is it right now? It is 8 o'clock. Wow. Okay, this is a lot longer than I meant for this to be, by about half an hour. So that was definitely a surprise. Wasn't expecting that, but at least you guys seem to be enjoying this, so that's a plus. And thank you for sticking around through this, because I know this is a long stream for some of you guys, especially if you're in a part of the world in which this is a awkward hour of the night. But well, good to see you here. I'm gonna keep on building and shaving and cutting and getting cat hair stuck under my fingernails, and this probably is going to be coming to an end pretty soon, because I got these two pieces here that can just be clipped into each other. And yeah, I think, you know what, I'm going to end it right here. I'm going to check the chat one more time, and you've already seen me fiddle around with one of these hands once, so just going to run through the chat quick, see if there's anything here. What do you think of Gundam the 8th MS team? I think it's pretty cool. I've seen some of it, haven't seen all of it. Liked what I saw of it, though. RG Sengoku Astray, yes, that would be awesome. Your channel rocks. Thank you, Brian. Which Gundam frame from IBO is your most favorite, and which is your least favorite? I think in general, I do really like most of the Kimaris designs, except for the Kimaris Vidar. And my least favorite, well, that's actually, no, I take that back. My favorite's the Gujion, because I really like the Gujion, and I really like the Rebake Full City. Least favorite would probably just be the Bale, not necessarily because it's bad, but more just because it's kind of bland looking. Just going to kind of rapid fire through some of these. Have they made a kit of the kit that is a yellow and blue? I think he was the one that saved Orga and G. I don't think they have, no. Maybe a big RGXS. Yes! RGXS Gundam. That would be amazing. PGP Bondi items are honestly the stupid idea Bondi's ever come up with. I wouldn't say that's the absolute stupidest thing they've done. They've done some pretty stupid crap that would probably top that, but it's definitely up there. I mean, yeah, like the PG Phoenix, P Bondi, that's kind of a weird choice, but I can see why they did it. It certainly makes a lot more sense than, I think making the PG Phoenix Premium Bondi makes more sense than making the Master Grade Banshee Norn P Bondi, but that's just me. Retail Phoenix would be awesome. Well, we actually have a Master Grade Retail Phoenix, so it's got crap nubs, but it is retail, although it costs about as much as a P Bondi kit would, but still, it is retail. Twilight Axis, that is a photo novel. Oh, Jetfire, already handled this. Great. It's a photo novel of a story that takes place 7 months after the end of Unicorn. Yup, it's going to be pretty awesome. It's the next going to be the next OVA after all this Thunderbolt stuff's settled out. So it's definitely going to be pretty awesome. I'm going to be looking forward to it at least. Tristan looks great. I hope they do a new Zaku 3 for it. That would be pretty awesome. But yeah, I know a lot of people were speculating that they were going to use an old mold for the Tristan, because they looked at the mock-up and it had like some Gundam NT1 parts on it. I think that was just that, a mock-up. Like, they are definitely, looks like they're doing an all-new mold for it. We got the pictures. You're going to see them in just a bit when I get that video up. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And that's just going to be an awesome bit of Gundam. Wing Gundam High-Res. There actually is a Wing Gundam High-Res coming up. The Wing Zero Custom. We haven't seen much of it yet, just like kind of like an illustration of it, just to say that they are in fact doing it. 1 a.m. for Steffi. Well, thank you for staying up for this. How old were you when you started Gunpla? I believe I was 11 or 12. And Gundam Tristan really should have had double jointed elbows. I think it does, but I'll have to check the pictures again. And then 90% of the parts on the Tristan is new. There's no way they'd retool an HG from 2004 and 2017. Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. Universal joints are the blessing of God. Yes, they are. I think they did the joints weird because the blue arm covers are shown to the side in the line art. Yeah, that's one of the weird things about the Alex is that they can never seem to get the forearm orientation straight. Sometimes they say, you know, the elbows go inwards and it's on the outside. Sometimes they go forwards. It's really, really, really unclear sometimes. So, okay, Bad Batch is leaving. Bye, man. We want the Tristan to be good, so it's like MG Justice. Thanks for the show, 2S. Looking forward to the finished build. So am I. I'm looking forward to this as well, Evid. And that's about it. So I'm going to, on my own, just kind of work on the hands a little more, get that stuff together, see if I can maybe tighten up his fingers a bit. But, yeah, this right here, basically, is what we got on the GM Sniper 2 so far. And I think he's looking pretty cool. So, thank you guys for watching. Had a lot of fun doing this. Hopefully you guys had some fun watching this as well. And I'll be seeing you guys next time.